In addition to internal use, the medicinal properties of cloves can also be used externally. How to do it correctly, and also everything about the benefits and harms of cloves, in what quantities it can be consumed, and what will happen if you chew it in the morning or in the evening, you will learn from this video. According to scientists, dry buds of the clove tree can be very useful for the human body. They are capable of showing both therapeutic and prophylactic effects. What is a clove tree? It is a tropical evergreen tree from the myrtle family. It grows in the shape of a pyramid and blooms twice a year. Dried, unblown flowers of the clove tree are used as a spice. Cloves have a strong aroma and a pungent taste. The cap of the clove is the most aromatic. The petiole has a strong pungent taste. Dark brown, sometimes almost black. The clove bud really looks like a carnation, but it is very elegant with a spherical cap and a pointed tail. The very first mentions of cloves go deep into history. Since ancient times, cloves have been known as a spice and a medicine in Greece and Rome, where they were brought from India. This spice was highly prized for its effective composition. Fragrant cloves make food tasty and healthy. In India, they are loved for their healing properties and are used to combat coughs, sore throats, and toothaches. Research has confirmed that this spice contains the antioxidant eugenol, which supports liver function and stabilizes blood sugar levels. What is clove made of? Thanks to the components included in its composition, cloves have beneficial properties and a powerful effect on the body. First, almost 20% of cloves are essential oils, which is why the spice has such a pleasant and strong smell. The main component of clove oil is eugenol, which has a tonic and tangible effect. It has a beneficial effect on the nervous system and psyche. It protects against attacks by blood-sucking insects. Second, tannins provide protection against infections and reduce the risk of developing chronic inflammatory and oncological diseases. Third, flavonoids strengthen blood vessels and make the vessel walls more elastic. Fourth, they prevent the spread of inflammation and neutralize pathogenic microorganisms. Fifth, vitamins A and E are necessary as catalysts for biochemical reactions and antioxidant action. Thanks to this composition, cloves have a pleasant taste and an unforgettable aroma. They are used in various areas of life. In cosmetology for the care of problem skin. In cooking for pickling, preparing sauces, making confectionery, and drinks. In aromatherapy, cloves are used as a means that has a calming effect. In folk medicine, cloves are used as a remedy for respiratory diseases, intestinal disorders, neuroses, and against fungi. Thanks to their properties, cloves are capable of firstly destroying bacteria. The compounds contained in its composition stop the growth of two types of bacteria that cause gum disease, and the essential oil kills 3 common types of bacteria, including E. coli, a strain that causes food poisoning. Secondly, cloves protect the body from free radicals. The antioxidants contained in the spice help reduce oxidative stress and prevent the development of chronic diseases. Third, cloves have a beneficial effect on liver health. Eugenol successfully fights fatty liver, reduces inflammation, neutralizes the symptoms of cirrhosis and scar formation. Fourth, ensures bone health. Due to the high content of eugenol, it is possible to prevent the development of osteoporosis and ensure the preservation of bone mass. Fifth, performs a protective function for the stomach. The use of cloves increases the production of gastric mucus, which prevents erosive phenomena in the organ and prevents the formation of ulcers. Sixth is a protection for joints. The spice has pronounced anti-inflammatory properties. It has been established that eugenol reduces the risk of developing diseases such as arthritis and osteoarthritis, and also relieves pain and swelling in the joints. Seventh, cloves are the best spice for those who want. This spice helps speed up metabolism and helps burn excess fat. In what form is cloves most useful after grinding? The spice quickly loses its beneficial properties. Therefore, it is recommended to buy not ground cloves, but whole buds, which should be stored in an airtight container if necessary. They can crush immediately before use. Methods of using cloves. Ground seasoning can be added to baked goods, meat dishes, hot drinks, smoothies, and whole buds are added to pickles. It is also most beneficial for the indigenous people of India and China to simply chew clove buds. This is quite common. It has been proven that thoroughly chewing one or two clove buds for 2 minutes normalizes digestion, protects the stomach, removes unpleasant odor from the mouth, prevents caries and inflammatory processes of the gums. Cloves are also used to prepare so-called winter tea. It is brewed quite simply. First, grind 2 or 3 large buds in a mortar or in a pepper mill. Second, pour the resulting powder into a container, add a cup of water, bring to a boil and keep on the fire for 2 minutes. Third, after this, you can add regular tea, black or green, and let it brew for at least 10 minutes. In addition to all the beneficial properties listed above, cloves destroy microorganisms that cause respiratory diseases such as pneumonia. Bronchitis, therefore, this tea is an excellent preventative measure in the cold season for sore throat, periodontal disease, stomatitis. It is recommended to rinse the mouth and throat with a decoction of cloves. For the decoction, take 1 tablespoon of clove buds and pour a glass of boiling water for 5 to 1 minutes. Boil under a lid over low heat. The decoction must be cooled to a warm state, then rinse the mouth or throat. For each rinse, it is advisable to prepare a fresh decoction or store it in a tightly closed container. To avoid evaporation of essential oils in case of severe inflammation, rinsing should be done 6 times a day. This way, you can get rid of a sore throat, inflammation of the gums, ulcers on the oral mucosa in 2 days using this decoction. You can also get rid of bad breath. In addition to using cloves internally for medicinal purposes, they are also used externally to remove warts and calluses, reduce the inflammatory reaction after insect bites, and for joint and muscle pain. For this purpose, clove oil is usually used, which can be purchased at a pharmacy. The healing properties of cloves are manifested when using clove oil. In addition, sore spots can be rubbed with clove tincture. In case of acute toothache, a cotton pad is soaked in clove oil. 2 drops are enough and applied to the sore tooth. This procedure relieves pain and will help you hold out until you visit a doctor. It is important not to use more than a few drops, so as not to cause a burn of the mucous membrane. To get rid of nail fungus, clove oil is used in its pure form. It is applied locally so as not to burn areas of healthy skin. In the treatment of acne, clove oil is one of the most effective remedies. The use of oil narrows pores, dries out acne, and allows you to get rid of excess oil on the skin. To eliminate acne, it is necessary to apply the oil with a cotton swab pointwise without touching the skin around it. For prevention, you can add a few drops of clove oil to any base oil, for example, grapeseed oil. Peach and others may benefit from adding a few drops of the product to a face wash toner. Despite the fact that cloves have a whole range of beneficial effects, this spice can't be used for treatment. Not everyone can use them. There are a number of significant contraindications that impose restrictions on use. This list includes children under 3 years of age, pregnancy, breastfeeding, individual intolerance to the product, peptic ulcer disease in the acute stage, hypertension, allergy to any irritants in the acute stage. These factors are absolute contraindications. Restrictions on the use of spices associated with exacerbation of gastrointestinal pathology should also be added. Hot spices should never be consumed in the treatment of cardiovascular pathology. Cloves should be used with caution after 50 years of age, as arterial hypertension begins to manifest itself at this age. Do you use the medicinal properties of cloves? Share your experience. We thank you for your attention and wish you good health and good mood.